Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Wednesday the 21st of June and I'm Nigel Croft. In this short video we'll be looking at the charts of the gold price. What we'll see is that it's coming back towards its 200-day moving average. Even though that's moving down, it should give support. We also remain in a short-term uptrend. However, the daily momentum does seem to have been lost, so we need to wait to see what happens at this support level. So here you can see the daily chart on gold, and what you can see is that we've drifted down. We've come back below the 50-day moving averages. They've now rolled down and we are close to the 200-day. 200-day presently at 1238 and the index at 45, well 45.99, so 46, sorry. The 200-day is moving down. But despite that, it will still act as a support level, as you saw it did back at the middle of November, 18th and 19th of November, acted as a support there. If we go below it, of course, it will give a resistance level and will push towards the downside. On this daily chart, you can also see that there's a pattern of higher lows that started back in the lows of December, and then we had this pattern of higher lows. So that is a key support level, which is around about 12.15, and we've also got this pattern of higher highs, which was maintained with the high that we had on the 6th of June. So that's all reasonably good. However, you can see that pattern is a rolling pattern. The high that we had in June was only marginally above the high we had in April. The reason for the roll is the lack of momentum, and you can see the loss of momentum by looking at the RSI and the MACD. The RSI is in a downtrend, and also it's now gone below 50, presently trading at 41.4. So is it a negative influence and indicative that the downside momentum is in place. Likewise, the MACD, short term below long term, indicating that there is downside momentum. Looking at the longer term picture, here each candle represents 1 week. You can see that we've come back below the downtrending 50-week moving average, and we've also gone down below the 20-week, which should have given support as it's moving up. That 20-week will soon roll down. Chances are it will go above the 50-day and then roll down, but we're talking maybe 8 to 10 weeks before that occurs. The 200-week is a support level, and that's also moving down. That's at 1234. Here the RSI's just gone below 50, or actually it's just ticked to exactly 50 as I speak. It was 49.99 a second ago, so just flatlining around the 50. Also not really indicative of any momentum. You can see at the moment short-term momentum, but in the medium term it's just moving sideways, and likewise the MACD are moving sideways as well. On the short term, this is the 4-hour chart. Here the key factor is that there's been a slight non-confirmation on the RSI. When it reached the low of yesterday, the RSI wasn't as low and does seem to be starting to pick up. Still well below 50, 39.46, so not a positive indicator, but just keep an eye on that, because that could be the first sign of non-confirmation. The first resistance level on this 4-hour will be at the 24-hour moving average, which is at 1248.5. And then the above there you've got the 200, which is actually moving up, and the 50, with this being a key resistance level as well, just above the 1255. So looking at the support resistance levels, we've got resistance at that 200 4-hour. Actually I think that's the 24-hour at 1254.67. and then resistance at 1260, and then you've got no, actually these are yesterday's figures. What's happened? Oh, hold a sec. Just hold 1 second. Okay, here are today's figures. Sorry about that. The resistance is at 1248.77, which, as I said, is a 24-hour, and then the 1259.5 with support at 1238, which is the 200-day, and then 1234, which is the 200-week. So that's been TA for traders looking at the gold price. Sorry about the mess up on that slide. We're not all perfect, and I'm certainly not. Here's the key points to look out for on the gold charts. All the moving averages are looking negative on the daily, also showing negative momentum on the daily. However, the medium-term uptrend does remain in place. On the short term, there was a head and shoulders now confirmed, and also you need to keep an eye on that RSI and MACD. We did have a non-confirmation perhaps, and they may be showing a bottoming picture. So that's been TA for traders looking at the gold. Please remember, these videos are for educational purposes only and are not meant as an investment recommendation. Thank you.